All right, now this is Nino Brown's breakdown of Snap getting shut off, so no more warnings. It's happening now. Let's go.
In front of our eyes, and most people too distracted to notice what's going on. People scrolling on their phone, people gambling at the casino, betting on the sports. But while you was watching football, a truck carrying monkeys that's infected with COVID, hepatitis C, and herpes crashed on the I-59, and the monkeys are acting aggressively towards humans. Now they say all of the monkeys have been destroyed except one. What in the planet of the apes is this shit? Check this shit out!
Here's the truck where the accident is. Now here's one of the monkeys right here. Let's zoom in on this so you can see this. There's one sitting right there. I've seen 4 to 5 climbing around inside the back of the trailer, but there he sits.
This is the wrong video.
Now, each one of these crates has got a monkey in it.
Right video.
Now, with that being said, these are test monkeys, is what they are.
Test monkeys. Test monkeys.
We got law enforcement here. And this is one of those that he's standing there on purpose for this reason.
I ain't heard a shot go off
They're
yet.
highly aggressive. I'm gonna walk back just a little bit closer to that Scotty Ray mobile in case something.
Hey, before he even said they highly aggressive, I ain't heard one shot go off yet. He talking about highly aggressive. They got herpes. They got HIV. He need to go down. He letting him walk around and sit. Who wrecked the truck? I got a lot of questions, man. Got a lot of questions.
That happens, and we have to get out of the way of them. How are you?
Just chilling. Just chilling.
All right, there's a second monkey, Greg. You might want to be careful. He's on the prowl there. He's come from inside the truck. He seems to be there. He sits.
But wait, it get worse. Walmart just froze hiring for the next 3 years. The biggest retailer in America just closed the doors on new jobs permanently. And while you was worrying about Birdman versus Master P and that versus the other night, UPS just laid off 48,000 people, all to be replaced by robots, artificial intelligence. Amazon just cut 30,000 jobs and they ain't coming back. They plan to replace all them jobs with AI.
Yep.
Machines that don't get tired, don't complain, don't need a check, don't need a Christmas bonus. And that's 30,000 families left without income right before the holidays. And this just the beginning of a global reset. While you was throwing your money at the booty club and betting.
Most definitely, this the reset. I got another video I'm gonna show y'all. I'm putting it on both channels. And basically, when they open up Snap again, the benefits, the government assistance and all that, you gonna have to sign back up, show proof of your residence, show proof if you working, show proof if you disabled. You have to show proof. No more just writing on paper. Yeah. No more just calling in or just going into the office. It's a little more now.
on parlays, the government just shut down. And today, our traffic controllers didn't even get paid. This was the first check they missed during the shutdown. The same people that protect our skies while we flying to and from are now working for free. And there's no way you could pay me to get on the plane right now, because I definitely don't trust my life in them people airplanes. If the person in control of the airplane that take off and land and tell them where it's going ain't even getting paid, boy, I ain't getting on no goddamn plane. You could keep that money. The EBT SNAP benefits have been suspended indefinitely, and that's going to affect up to 50 million people in the recent times to come, meaning millions of families won't have food on their table. Now, Donald definitely could activate the emergency funds to keep the food stamps active during the shutdown, but he disrespectfully declined. And to make shit even worse, Donald's administration cut $500 million in food deliveries to food banks across the country. The stores and the restaurants were waiting on 27 million pounds of chicken. They were waiting on 2 million gallons of milk, 67 million eggs, and 10 million pounds of dried fruit. But that never arrived, and he let all that food go to waste instead on purpose. Thanksgiving definitely gonna hit different this year. You might have ops at ops house trying to get them a plate. And dig this shit. Trump just signed a new law limiting Section 8 housing to 2 years max. Meaning, if you on that list and you get picked at that lottery and they give you a house in 2025, you got to 2027 to get your situation straight. Because after that, you're going homeless. You on your own. This move alone will skyrocket the homeless population by 1,000%. And if that wasn't enough,
roommates.
he passing another law targeting women who receive child support, especially the women that receiving that child support from them rappers and them goddamn ball players. If you get child support, you will no longer be eligible for tax credits. And that means the gold digger era is officially over. But here's what they not telling you. This isn't about government laws. It's about new economic order. Jobs are being replaced by AI. Cash is being replaced by digital currency. Benefits are being replaced by credit scores and digital IDs. The middle class is disappearing. The poor is getting desperate. And desperate times calls for desperate measures. Meaning, if your wife out grocery shopping, you better tell her to be careful grabbing them goddamn groceries, because somebody better be lurking in the parking lot, not to rob her for her purse, but to snatch her goddamn buggy. So tell her to get a little bit at a time right now, and then go back to the grocery store. Matter of fact, take different trips to different grocery store, because it might get ugly out here, man. And see, what you ain't paying attention to is all of them rich people like Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, and the rest of them, they buying everything they can while you distracted by celebrity drama, parlays, and them booty clubs. If you not building a skill right now, or a hustle right now, or a brand right now, you gonna get left behind. To the left, because the world isn't ending. It's just ending for the people who refuse to adapt. AI isn't the future, it's the present. And every day you wait, you gonna fall further behind. They replacing jobs. And see, God is using this economic collapse to separate the strong from the weak, the faithful from the fearful, and the hustlers from the handout seekers. Them people that just wait, them crumb snatchers, them bottom feeders. The same system that fed you is about to starve you. So learn how to feed yourself, cause shit about to get worse. It's about to hit the fan. How you let monkeys infected with COVID, hepatitis C, and goddamn herpes gonorrhea get out the goddamn truck? What the hell you got going on?
For real,
let them get out the truck. What it was a setup, cause they trying to infect, they trying to depopulate. Pay attention. I ain't sleep. You better stay woke. Y'all comment below and let me know how y'all feel about this situation. Y'all make sure y'all share this video before they take it down, because you know what is informed informative, they don't want you to know. That's what they be trying to pay me to do. Stop telling y'all some shit. So make sure you spread the information, because I'm risking my life to tell you this shit. Y'all make sure y'all like this video. Make sure you comment below. I'm reading all the comments.
All right. Let's get into Smart Money Bro. He talks about stock, the market, bonds, some little real estate sometime, but really it's talking about money. Smart dude. Finna talk about the shutdown. He actually talking about November 1st, which is today. That's why I'm making this video. I'm gonna try to stick to it day by day as much as I can. Here we go.
Guys, it just got real. As of today, Washington, D.C. still has not funded the federal government. And this weekend, millions of Americans are about to feel it. We're talking SNAP benefits, frozen paychecks being missed, and families scrambling to cover food, rent, and gas. Now, this isn't theory anymore. This is reality. And whether you like President Donald Trump or not, that's not the issue here. What matters is how we got here, why Congress failed, and what it means for your money, your household, and your future. No, this is not CNN spin. This is not Fox headlines. This is just straight talk and clear answers. Because right now, we know this shutdown is political, but it's more than just political. It's personal. Now, on this video, I want to break down exactly what's happening, who's most at risk, and what you need to do right now to protect yourself. Now, the shutdown began back on October 1st, and as of today, it's among the longest in U.S. history. Multiple Senate votes have failed just this week. The Congressional Budget Office is saying that the economy could lose up to $14 billion if this government shutdown continues on, which basically means this. That could knock 1 to 2 percentage points off the Q4 GDP while the government remains closed. SNAP benefits are in jeopardy. What are SNAP benefits? SNAP benefits are basically funds from the federal government that help low-income individuals and families buy food. Now, around 42 million Americans rely on these SNAP benefits to eat. Without the government being funded immediately, November SNAP benefits won't reload without this funding as soon as tomorrow. This is literally crisis mode for 42 million people in America. Now, folks, that's 1 out of every 8 Americans. I can almost guarantee you that most of you watching this, including me, didn't realize how many Americans actually rely on SNAP benefits from the federal government. Let me know in the comments below if you really and truly knew that 1 in 8 Americans relied on SNAP benefits to eat. There have been a couple of judges in the Northeast that have said SNAP benefits must continue. Now, whether or not the Trump administration or the executive branch is going to appeal that, we'll see. Now, the USDA and the executive administration has issued notices indicating that the federal government will not tap into its emergency funds to pay SNAP benefits for November. So right now you have a lot of states that are sort of raising alarms because of this, right? Now, on the payroll side, let's talk payroll. There's many federal workers and contractors, plus essential personnel right now who are working and not being paid. And for them, their paychecks this Friday may not land. Now, what's failed in Congress? Let's talk about what's going on. So here's what's really broken down in the system. Guys, it's against the law for the federal government to spend money that has not been signed into law to be spent. So these laws...
Listen to him. You know his stuff. You know his stuff. Don't sleep on him. Wake up.
to spend money is what's called an appropriation laws. Much of the federal government runs on 12 annual appropriation bills that must be passed every year. For the government fiscal year 2026 that started back on October 1st, none of the 12 appropriation bills are fully funded. And that's what has triggered this lapse in government funding, causing the government to be forced to shut down until these 12 laws to spend the money have actually been passed in both the House and the Senate and then signed by the president. So Congress basically has not come to an agreement on these 12 laws. Now, I'm not going to go into politics on this video, but I wanted you to understand that this is really a lapse in Congress's ability to compromise and do their job by coming to an agreement. So if you're pinning this whole thing on President Trump, although he is influential, it's not really a presidential shutdown. It's a congressional shutdown, and both sides on the left and the right are responsible. There have been a number of CRs that have been proposed. A CR is simply a continuing resolution, right? It's a temporary stopgap that keeps agencies open when these appropriation bills aren't done yet. Think of a CR as sort of a bridge funding until the full funding is passed. Now, a clean CR means a CR, continuing resolution, with no major policy riders attached to it, just straight funding only. The House and the Senate leaders floated clean CRs to reopen the government through November 21st, but when these CRs were voted on to reopen the government, they all failed. So with no appropriation bills and no accepted CR, funding stops, and so do payments. Now, we know federal workers aren't working also. So who works and who doesn't work during a shutdown? So here's the deal. During a shutdown, federal employees fall into three buckets. They are either accepted. That means they must keep working without pay to protect what's called life and property, right? That's your air traffic controllers and some law enforcement. These accepted workers will get paid back pay after the funding returns. Then the second type of federal employee you have during a shutdown is furloughed employees. Those are the ones that are sent home without pay. They're non-essential for right now. Now, they're also going to get back pay when the government reopens, according to a 2019 bill that was passed in Congress. Now, the third type of federal employee you have during a shutdown is what's called exempt. Now, these are the federal government workers that are paid normally because their jobs are not being funded by those 12 annual appropriation bills, right? So they keep working and they get paid. But here's the deal. Right now, about 1.4 million of a little over 2 million total federal workers are either accepted or furloughed. In other words, roughly 1.4 million federal workers right now are not being paid. So the translation, millions of households either don't work or are working without pay. And the result is household cash flow gets crushed for the most part. Now, let's get to the heart of this thing and talk about what expires next if the government isn't open in the next 24 hours. You have SNAP, which is food stamps. November reloads won't happen without funding. Again, that's going to impact 42 million people, first and hardest. Okay, so these people can expect real pain, right? And then you have Head Start or preschool aid and WIC. Now, WIC is a special supplemental nutrition program for women, infants, and children. Funds for those programs, they run dry tomorrow as well if Congress doesn't act now. Closures are going to ultimately force parents to ultimately on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, miss work. And then, of course, you have federal pay. The accepted staff, the ones working without pay, they got to keep working with no paychecks, getting up, going to work every day for now. Furloughed staff are going to sit home, again, without pay. And then you have federal contractors who oftentimes they don't even get their back pay. And local economies are going to be feeling this thing really fast as well. Now, who's at most risk? It's going to be the single parent households, right? Or the seniors who are on fixed incomes, or the military families who will be missing pay, or the federal contractors and their families, or people that need child care, right? People that work and depend on child care and small businesses. There's a lot of people that are going to feel this thing. Why? Because no paychecks for these people, no SNAP benefits, no WIC benefits, plus add in the additional higher prices equal missed rent, missed bills, more debt. And that spells crisis for a lot of American people. Now, I don't know if you've all been paying attention. There was also insurance news to top it all off. Insurance bills are increasing. Why are insurance bills also jumping up? Well, auto insurance, the average auto insurance climbed up again in 2025 because of higher repair costs, more severe claims, more lawsuits and litigation. All that made those insurance premiums go up. Then, of course, homeowners insurance, nationwide surges, storm losses, reinsurance costs, with consumer groups citing up to 24% hikes in their insurance over the last 3 years. That's huge. Not to mention health insurance, right? Employer family premiums up over 6% year over year in terms of what it costs to have insurance. So the net effect of all of this, guys, is the shutdown removes income, just as the cost of everything around us keeps going up. Not to mention, just a couple of weeks ago, we got an inflation report that said inflation is now up over 3% with the latest reports, which means regular households with all of this going on are being put into a squeeze in terms of their household budgets. Now, what does all this mean for your wallet, and what should you do? Even if you're not directly affected by the fact that the federal government is still shut down, you can expect delays when dealing with federal agencies. That's a given, right? And you can expect some disruptions to your benefits if you get benefits from the federal government. Just expect it. And obviously tighten up your budget if you work for the federal government, or if you're a government contractor, or if your business relies on the federal government and the people who work in the federal government. Again, if you're not directly affected, you likely know somebody who is, and your local economy in the city you live in or the town you live in, like the shops and your local landlords and all the people trying to work a side hustle, all of that is going to be affected. Okay. Immediate moves you can make is, first, don't panic, right? Second, prioritize your essentials: food, housing, utilities, perhaps transportation. And then maybe you can put off any non-essentials. Another thing you can do is call your credits. Be proactive about it, right? Mention the shutdown hardship and ask for maybe a skip in a payment, or ask for deferrals, whatever you can do. But call those creditors. Another thing you can do is secure your groceries for not just a week, but maybe 2 weeks and 3 weeks in advance, especially if you're relying on SNAP right now. And of course, you always want to shop around when it comes to insurance, auto insurance, home insurance. 2025 hikes, they can be uneven, right? So switching to another insurance carrier is a good thing to do. Always shop around for insurance of all kinds, no matter what insurance we're talking about. Never just accept one insurance quote, because they can really vary from place to place. And if you can, make it a priority to stack some cash. Pause any investing extras for the meantime, just for a moment, so you can make sure everything's together. Plug holes in your emergency fund if you have to. What I'm talking about here is what to do in a crisis. Now, if this totally doesn't affect you at all, keep doing what you're doing. Make sure you store up your cash. Make sure you get your resume together and all that good stuff, just in case the job market takes a huge turn. These are things you want to do until we get back to whatever this new normal is going to look like. So here's the deal. You cannot control Congress and getting the government back open. No matter how much protesting and whatever, calling your senator or whatever, you can't control that. What you can control is your plan, what you do in this crisis or during this crisis. And also, let me say this. Please, if you know somebody and you can give help to somebody in case they don't get their SNAP benefits or they're in a crisis mode, help them out. Right? Lend a helping hand. Give somebody what you can give them. You can spare $200. Find somebody who needs it. Take them to the grocery store. Load them up for a couple of weeks with $300 or $400 worth of groceries so they're good to go. Do it. And in your own four walls, make sure you build up some cushion. Diversify your income and get intentional with every dollar that you plan to spend, starting right now. It's also important for you guys to know that there have been a couple of judges that have said SNAP benefits must continue. Now, look, as of the making of this video, that is sort of breaking news, right? That these judges have ordered that the federal government's administration, the executive administration, must keep SNAP benefits going for roughly 42 million Americans. Now, whether or not the Trump administration or the executive branch is going to appeal that, we'll see. I'll keep you posted. Now, listen, guys, if you want to take control of your money, start.
All right. So this is Anton Daniels and his opinion about the SNAP and the, Congress being shut down. Check them out.
In 28, if they go into 2026, if they go into the midterms with nothing, this is the true game of politics. They plan politics. And if they go into it with absolutely nothing, then it's over. It's true. It's going to be a collapse. And the only places that you're going to see liberal strongholds that really embody communism and socialism, which we're going to get into later on in this show, is in New York, Los Angeles, Chicago. The major cities, the major hubs of the East Coast to West Coast and the Midwest. All right. They are basically gambling. They gambling, and I guess they don't feel like they got nothing to lose. Now the Republicans, they like, listen, we already got a bunch of Democrats that done crossed over. We need 3 of y'all to break. And all of this is so that the Democrats, in my opinion, can get a victory when it comes to health care. If you think for 1 second that they give a flying F about whether or not you have health care,
Right.
you got another thing coming.
Right.
You got another thing coming.
Telling you.
And here's the real issue. What y'all really should be asking is, why are they getting paid and you aren't?
There you go.
Facts got
There you
flavor. This is why people need to wean themselves off of government dependency. If this ain't a wake-up call, I don't know what it is.
Talk about it.
If this is not a wake-up call, I don't know what is. If you are depending on the federal government to feed your family, you are in trouble.
Shame
Ain't
on you.
way in hell that I would let this ever play out again a day in my life. If you think that I would ever be sitting there like, man, I can't wait for the government to try to figure out, I can't wait to the government to try to figure out in order for me to feed my family, ain't no way. Ain't no way. So much so to where people are almost predicting like, oh man, we're going to come after the people that have resources. We're going to come after the rich. No, you're not.
No, you ain't.
The face of this government shutdown is not Capitol Hill or an air traffic control tower. It's the people caught in the middle.
I'm going through a hard time.
Oh, baby. I don't know what that thing is on. They going through a hard time, so y'all hair gonna get stiffer.
Like LaShonda Palmer, a TSA local union president in Philly, worried about her TSA colleagues working without pay and how she and they will pay the rent on Saturday and put food on the table.
My utilities come, they're due. My car note is due. My insurance is due.
Oh man, come on.
It's hard.
You grown.
My granddaughter said
You grown.
she was sad because she didn't have a costume. She's 6. That broke my heart.
And now air traffic controllers are going without
broke
pay
my heart.
while still managing the busiest airspace in the world. Pete Lefevre is a controller at Washington Dulles. What's it like to be in your job and not getting paid?
It's unfair. We come to work. We're aviation safety professionals. We are American workers. We are here to ensure that the flying public is safe every time they get on an airplane.
At LAX and across the country, flight delays in the thousands as some controllers call out sick, citing stress, some taking side jobs to pay the bills, with many passengers supporting controllers.
Yes, 100%, but we'd rather not think about it as we're about to get on our flight.
Meanwhile, food assistance programs
Why would
for
I
nearly
think about
50
them
million
not getting
people,
paid?
including millions of children.
42.
So she said, I would rather not think about it while we fly. I don't wanna think about somebody not getting paid who flying the plane that I'm riding in. I don't wanna think about it. I just wanna fly. I just wanna get there. Come on, man. Now they throwing common sense out the window, if they even had common sense at any point. Yeah, let's go. Talk to him, Tom.
2 million.
Expire on Saturday.
I don't have a clear budget for my food. It's only from SNAP.
Subsidies
What?
for Obamacare.
What?
What do you mean your entire food budget is based off of SNAP?
Oh,
Is
man.
this how y'all living out here?
Oh, man.
Because I thought it was supposed to be supplemental, not interdependent on.
That's all
Wait a
I
minute,
that's
wait a
all I
minute,
got.
wait a minute. Are most of y'all food budget 100% dependent on the federal government? So all of these women out here wasn't really running up a bag, was they? Y'all tricked us. Y'all tricked us. Y'all said that y'all got it. Y'all said that y'all had all of the money, that y'all was buying all of the cars, and you were a homeowner, and you were the most educated, and men needed to get behind y'all and get under y'all wings and follow black women to this and that and to the polls and all of this. So y'all tricked us. I never believed you anyway, but I'm talking about us as a group and as a community. Y'all tricked us. You was really
tricksters, huh?
Women and children, WIC,
tricksters,
SNAP, Supplemental Nutrition and Assistance Programs. Y'all tricked us. You was like, yo, no, we got it. We got it. You was selling your junk 50% on the dollar.
Mm-hmm. Selling that box.
50% on the dollar.
Selling the box.
You used your money on that Altima, and then you let us, as the taxpayers, pay for your food. I'm not, honestly.
Or the Toyota.
I'm not tripping. I ain't even tripping a little bit. I want the air traffic controllers to get their money. I want the government workers to get their money. I want the TSA agents to be able to get their money, right? Lord knows that we need air traffic controllers to keep us in the sky. I want Congress to take a pay cut. I want them to lose their money. I'm 100% with you, but I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping because I listen, we come from the hood, so we know what it's like to survive. Now they telling Aldi and Walmart that they need to give out their food for free.
What?
Man, ain't nobody giving nobody nothing for free.
What? Say what?
Ain't nobody giving nobody nothing for free.
Nobody give us nothing. What you mean?
Go ahead. Leave your husband. File for divorce. See what happened. Go ahead. Strike on out on your own because you independent. You can do good by yourself. Go ahead.
I love that.
Go ahead. Because the government ain't got nothing for you. They got a wet ass. And the streets is going to be waiting for you.
That's it.
The streets is going to be waiting for you. I only got so many bedrooms inside of my place, so I can only fit so many. I can't take them all. I can't come and get you out the streets. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't have enough bedrooms for the streets. The streets is calling. Heard that the going price is going to be $37.47. $37.47 is going to be the going price of the box. Is that true?
Ooh.
That's true, Kim and I heard that too. I've heard that some stores ain't even going to let y'all in. They doing delivery only, just like the pandemic. We're going to talk about it.
Also set to expire, sending insurance premiums spiking. While on Capitol Hill, Republicans and Democrats are blaming each other.
It's almost been a full month since the Democrats shut down the government.
And there is Donald Trump overseas, not even paying attention to this.
He just struck a new trade deal with Japan. Trump's still working. Trump is still working. Trump just got a new trade deal with Japan. I just read about it. No more tariffs. The original tariffs on Japan. They just got a new trade deal. Japan said, "We love you, Trump."
Right.
They was over in Malaysia. Trump was doing the Trump dance.
Let's get this money.
He was doing the Trump dance.
Crisis.
Since our interview, we understand that somebody did buy LaShonda's granddaughter a Halloween costume for this Friday. Separately, 730,000 federal workers right now working without a paycheck. And the largest federal government union is demanding Congress end the shutdown right now and allow people to receive the pay that they have already earned. Willie, back to you.
Real human.
You know what? Honestly, I'm not tripping. I'm changing my perspective. Because you know what? Single mothers are becoming a lot more enjoyable to be around. I had this conversation on After Hours last Friday. Y'all tried to act like I was crazy. Single mothers are becoming a lot more enjoyable. They're more humble. Mm-hmm. They have a good energy. Mm-hmm. They tend to send their children with their fathers. Hey, you go with your father. I got to go out here and hang out. I heard Anton going to be over here. We trying to make it shake and do what it do. And I said, yeah. man, come hang out with us. We good. Let's have a good time.